Getting a degree and going off to college is always something that I want to pursue. And when I had walked across that stage on May 13, 2017, that was the best thing that I ever could have done for myself. What's up, YouTube? This your girl Kanisha getting back with another video. So as you can see by the title and thumbnail, this will be like a little story time chit chat video, and I just kind of want to share from experiences as far as goals and accomplishments. Something that I always been big on ever since I was maybe 15, I would say at least. Pursuing college is always something that I had wanted to do. Once I had graduated out of high school, it was just a thing that was with me that I wanted to pursue school. Get a college education. I always thought that I probably would be the first to graduate out of my family from college, but I wasn't. But at the same time, I'm still proud of myself for going off to college and taking that chance. One thing I'm learning about life in general is that when it's something you want to do and something that you want to pursue, you got to take risks, in order to accomplish that goal. So when I was you all that have been following me for quite some time, you all know that I'm originally from Chicago, but I've been living in Memphis since 2006, so that's probably like 18 years now. And when I was in high school, my goal was to graduate, which I did, and I'm proud of myself. I graduated out of high school. My GPA was like a 2.5, was a C. Like I say, high school was really hard as well, but I still, put the work in. I kept staying after school if I felt like I needed to get tutoring. I did that. Math was always my worst subject, and I would say that's what kind of took a toll on me as far as, reaching that higher level, as far as like getting a good grade was math. So most of the time what I would do, I would stay out to school a lot in high school, get tutoring. And so when I did graduate from high school, like I say, my GPA was a 2.5. So I think my grade I did get for my final grade, the final quarter, was a B. So that was a blessing. That was good. But when I did graduate from high school, that was in 2004. So class of 2004. Yeah. So, I did go off to college in Chicago. Went to two different institutions. Because like I say, when I was going to school, art always have been a passion for me. I used to draw years and years ago. Every now and then I might draw now, but it's like it fade away from me. But sometimes I still be wanting to show my craft every now and then. Like if I'm just at home or something, I might just draw or sketch something that come to mind. But I ended up going to a community college in Chicago. I never forget. Really good college. It was called Harry S. Truman College. It was like it was like a community college in Chicago. My grades was really good. They were very, very good. But the thing is, I didn't finish, So what I did, I would say my second year, I ain't gonna say I didn't finish. I transferred to an institution because Harry S. Truman, they offer art classes. I had really wanted to, get more into taking courses on art. But I know at the time, now looking back, I didn't know that art was really not like a real major goal, like a major that'll take you a long way far as, seeking employment in the future. At that time, like I said, when I graduated, I was 19. So like I say, I'm still young. I'm still trying to figure life out. And I really didn't have all the resources or the proper tools on, like far as like somebody guiding me, telling me that maybe you need to change your field, because even though you enjoy art, it's not going to really help. It's not a field that probably some you'll fall back on. Like maybe you need to find a far as a career rise, like a goal that you can study that'll help you, land a position somewhere like in a job. So I transferred from Harry S. Truman College, and I went on to an institution in the downtown area in Chicago called the Illinois Institute of Art Chicago. Very expensive school. I have learned a lot. I studied fashion design there, but the thing is, I didn't finish. Like I say, I was having difficulties going to school because, like I say, when you growing up, you don't, some people might have a very support system, like parents that might have money to really support their child as they want to go to school. Not everybody have that kind of support system, and so that leads others to where they might have to depend on the government for help in order to pay for their education. And I was one of those because, like I say, my mom, she raised me by herself, and like I say, I didn't, my dad really wasn't around in my life to really help her, with me. So at the same time, like with going to school, it's like basically a lot of things I just had to figure out on my own as far as like, achieving this or succeeding at, at this particular goal. So to make a long story short, I didn't finish the Art Institute. I ended up, I had to drop out like my second semester because I couldn't afford the tuition. Like I said, I had to take out 2 student loans at that time. And it really fell back on me years later that I had to, pay off, come out of pocket and pay off. But I did finish. I ended up dropping out, something that I really didn't want to do, but at the same time, when you can't afford the institution and you don't have, like I say, the support, you have to do what's best. So I dropped out of college there, and then I would say probably in 2006, 2 years later, I just kind of decided that I was ready for a change, and I ended up moving to Memphis in 2006 in November, and I've been here since. And so coming here in Memphis, I ended up the goal was to get a job right away, so I can, get that experience as far as like how it feels to work in the, in the work environment. And so I landed my first job. I had started working through a temp agency. I never forget, and the temp agency that I worked for, they, sent you through like they'll see that she had more than one contract with different with different facilities here in the Memphis area. So she mostly had a lot of contracts with hotels, and that's pretty much where I started gaining more of my experience in the hospitality industry, is through this temp service. And so it was, like I said, it was a good experience working through a temp agency, because most people be like, temp service is this. But to be honest, if the temp agency you working for and they send you through to a facility, and them people like your performance and your work ethic, it's a chance that you can get landed a position just based off your performance at work. And I have had because the place that I work at the most through the agency did like my work ethics, and they really wanted to hire me permanent, but I couldn't take the position at that time because, like I say, I really didn't like the environment as far as the place they would send me to. Like, it was kind of like a lot of drama going on, and I really didn't just want to be in that atmosphere. But like I say, now as I see how things going now in this day and time, it's pretty much, and everywhere you go, you're going to run into bad people and some good people. So I'm seeing that now. But like I say, at that time I was young. I'm still learning, 20-some years old. Well, in my early 20s, I was like, 22 when I moved to Memphis. So like I said, I'm still trying to figure, this thing I call life. But so after that, I worked through the temp service for a little while, a little couple years off and on. And then I just decided that, I want to go back to college. I really want to go back to school. So I ended up applying for a college here called Southwest Tennessee Community College. It's a community college. It kind of put me in the mind of the college that I had attended when I was in Chicago, which was Truman College. It's similar in that way because it was, like I said, it's a very affordable college. But I ended up trying to apply for Southwest. I did get in the first time. Okay, to show you how God worked things out. I tried to apply it. I ended up listening to school, and they needed that documentation on that school, and I couldn't really, provide that information for them. And so 5 years later, I said, you know what? The lady was like, well, don't give up, maybe try back. 5 years later, I was saying 2013, I reapplied for Southwest, and I was able to get in this time, the second go round. They needed some documentation, so I had to send out for information, like far as my high school transcript. They did send that to me. I had to request that. It's from Chicago, my high school transcript. And they sent that to me in the mail, and that was pretty much proof that they needed, so I can, start signing up for my classes. So I turned that paperwork in, and that was the start of me attending college, you know, here in Memphis. So going to college, like I say, it wasn't an easy journey. It really wasn't easy. It was really hard, especially somebody that been out of school for a limited time. You know, your memory began to fade away. Like you can't really remember certain formulas when it come down to like math. I ended up majoring my program. The program that I studied at Southwest was called Dietech Technician. It's a nutrition course. I learned a lot. When I say I have learned a lot, I learned a lot in that class. They taught me everything from far as eating healthy. I had to do a lot of assignments and paperwork. I did internships. I had fun with the internships. Even though I was, you know, learning a lot, I still had to do my work. Internships, they would send me to places like St. Jude, one of the biggest hospitals here in Memphis. St. Jude is a hospital here in Memphis for, you know, kids that battle with cancer. I had to do my internship there. I had to do my internship at Methodist University. I mean, not Methodist University, but the Methodist got like 4 locations, hospitals. I had to do it at the South. Well, internships, they would place you in different, like whatever part of town you stayed at, they tried to make it easier on the students. They had, you know, for transportation, due to transportation, they would place each student an area of, far as their internship, based off the area they stayed in. So that was a good thing for me because, like I said, I never did have a car. I always had to rely on the bus. So my internship, as far as going to Methodist University, which they have 4 locations, probably one of the biggest hospitals here. They sent me to the southbound location. I have learned a lot. When I went there, I had to learn, like, far as the food safety part, like, far as, like, if you ever work in a restaurant, the serving part, far as the cold food, hot food, learning not to put food, like cook food. You can't put cook food around raw food. So it's like I learned a lot as far as the food safety part. And then the nutrition part, I learned a lot as well. As far as, like, you know, the calorie counts, how much your BMI, which is your body mass index, like for your age and height and weight, like what you should be consuming on a daily basis. So it's like I learned a lot, and right to this day I still have some of the books, and I've been saying I'm gonna go back and research, you know, because like I say, with like what I'm doing now as working as a server, it's still some things that I need to go back and refresh my memory on. But when I say going to this institution, y'all, when I say I have learned a lot, I learned a lot at Southwest. And I would say May 15, 2017, my life changed. I was one out of 1,135, I would say, students to walk across the stage and get her degree in Dietech Technician. And that was probably like the best thing that ever happened to me. I was so proud of myself because I didn't think I could do it. There was people around me in my ears at the time during my college years would say, "Oh, I didn't even think she would make it due to what she was experiencing." Now, on top of this, I'm still a mom. Like, my daughter was like, at the time when I was going to school, she was still pretty young. I still had to be a mom. I still had to make sure her homework, she did her homework. And like I say, when I say God is good, I can never thank him enough or never can stress. That's why I say most people might not like to hear things when you include him and everything, but he is good. He has brought me a long way. He done a lot for me, and I'm going to include him in everything that I do, because he will make a way when you least expect it. When you're in this dark place and you feel like there's no way out, he will show up for you and show out. I still had to be a mom to my daughter. Like I say, her grades was always good. She stayed on the honor roll. To this day, she made the honor roll. Like I say, what really helped me to graduate, what really helped me to come out of college like I did, I had to stay out of school because math was, like I say, math was one of my weakest subjects. I needed 2 math courses in order to graduate. So that really what took, like I say, it took me 4 years. This was really a 2-year institution. It took me 4 years to graduate from a 2-year college. But the thing is, I graduated. You know, that was the whole purpose. That was a goal that I accomplished, and I graduated. You know, like I say, as I look at life now, and I kept my little hat The little tassel kind of broke. But I came out in I'm just showing y'all. I came out in 2017. I kept my little head. They let you keep your head. And with the program, this is just a certificate. I was gonna show you all the degree, but the degree and the certificate pretty much is like similar. And this is my certificate. But yeah, I'm just proud of myself. I think this is one of my favorite stories to talk about when I'm, sharing information with people, is that, whatever you want to pursue in life, whatever goal it is that you want to do, never give up on your dreams. Believe in yourself more. Even if there's somebody around you that don't believe in you like you believe in yourself, you got to believe in yourself more and show up for yourself and let these people know that you can do it. Because we live in society where people make you feel guilty about the age you is. You have to accomplish certain things at a certain age. No, it don't matter what age you is to accomplish a goal. Like I say, when I graduated, there was people old enough to be probably my grandma. Well, probably I would say grandmother at that time. There was a man, 65 years old. He was on the cane and he was proud. He walked across the stage, got his degree. There was an older lady. She probably was 60 years old. Graduated, walked across the stage still. And she ain't had no cane, but she was proud of herself. It doesn't matter how old you is to accomplish something. And I wish society would stop making people feel guilty about a certain age, that you have to be a certain age for something to happen to you in your life. You don't have to be a certain age. And I had to think about that because I used to beat myself up about it because I was 30 in 2017. I could subtract it the year to see what, because it's been over some years ago. 2017 from 2024, I want to say. I think I was 32 when I got my degree. 2017 minus 2020. I don't know, that might not be right. You know what? 1985. I'm gonna go by my year. 1985 minus 2017. Yep, 32 years old. So I subtract the year which I was born, which is 85, from 2017. I was 30. What it said? Yeah, I was 32 years old when I got my degree. It don't matter how old you is to accomplish something. If it's something you really want to do, it's something you really want to pursue, go for it. I'm just here to tell anybody, go for it. Go for whatever it is, that goal you've been pushing back that you want to pursue. And even though I haven't used my degree, but I feel like I kind of use it in some ways because, like I say, the field that I'm working in right now is in the hospitality industry, which is the certificate. The certificate falls in the food service part. So that's why I say with this program I study, I got the certificate as well as degree. And I just received the email not too long ago, maybe 2 hours ago, from my supervisor asking us, do we have our Serve Safe certificate? I told him I can bring this in the next day I'm scheduled. I already have it right here. He said, bring this in. They need to make a copy and put in our record. So that's a blessing. I already got it. But I'm just here to say, just go for it, you all. Go for it. Go for that dream. And even going to college, the devil was busy because I had an instructor. I never forget, because some reason people think I'm really younger than what I really am. Like when I was going to college, I looked like I had just fresh came out of high school. Just something about my face. People think they think I'm a little younger than what I really am. One of my instructors, I never forget, she compared me to this student. This young lady had just recently graduated out of high school. She was trying to compare me to her, saying that, just saying negative things that I felt was very uncomfortable. And then when I had to explain to her that I've been out of school at that time, because I think I was out of school, it'd been 7 years since I had graduated from college. I mean, not college, since I had graduated from high school, it had been 7 years. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know, you just look so young. Yeah, the way I look, it make people think I'm really younger than what I am. But I didn't really, it hurted me when she was comparing me to this particular young lady, because me and the young lady both kind of struggled with, we had to take reading class. And one thing I like about Southwest, they had these resources where, even though you was in the actual class, you would have to do your work on a computer. And it really helped a lot, because if you had to take these little assessment tests at the end, like I had to take a reading course. Reading used to be a struggle for me too. It was like a class where when you in person, you still have to be present in class, but you on the computer, and you still able to work outside the class with your assignments on the computer. But the teacher, like if you like when you have to take the test at the end and you miss by like a certain amount of points, the teacher had to go back in there and reset it for you can retake that course over. So that one thing I liked about the class. That's how my math class was, because I had to take 2 math classes. Like my senior year, that math really got me. I had to take a statistics and an elementary algebra. When I say my brain was hurting in statistics, just by the name of it, I already knew the class was gonna be hard. Like I just pretty much knew the class was gonna be hard. But yeah, I'm just here to say, just go for it. Go for it. Even with, being another thing I'm glad God has blessed me with, starting a channel. Y'all hear me talk about YouTube a lot, starting a channel. I was 37 years old when I started up. I was 37 years old when I uploaded my first YouTube video. It's a makeup video, not my best video. But the thing is, I came out of my comfort zone and I started. I always been interested in film and filmmaking and acting. A lot of you all that have been following me for quite some time probably heard me, share this story a lot about the filmmaking and acting. And really what kind of inspired me more to go deep into YouTube is when I had got laid off and lost my job back in 2020. And it's like at that time, we was all stuck in the house. We couldn't go nowhere. So YouTube was like the only thing I would constantly watch all the time. And that really, yeah, but starting my channel probably was the best thing I ever have done as far as going for it, because I have, like I say, you all is so sweet. The messages, comments that you all give me just be very inspiring. I have, like I say, sometimes I be wishing I could just send you all like a little good virtual hug and stuff. The comments you all comment on the videos always uplifting for me. I'm just so grateful to be in this space, in this area. Like I said, I still got a long way to go with YouTube. I'm thanking God for him just giving me a voice on this platform. Like I say, with the 3 years that I've been doing it, I've learned a lot. I know I got a long way to go. I have recently just reached my first 200 some subscribers. I'm at 205 now. It's a blessing for me. I'm learning to not look at the numbers so much, but just looking at the impact that I'm having on people, because I know the 1,000 that's meant to be a part of my community going to come. I know anything that you want to do in life is going to take time, and I got to look at that everything that you want to pursue is not going to always just come fast. Fast growth is not going to always happen for everybody, and I have to think about that, because I used to be the type where I compare myself to others, because if I'm want to pursue the same thing this person doing, and I see their growth is much faster than my growth, I be feeling like I'm not doing enough. But at the same time, like I say with school, look how long it took me, 4 years to graduate from college. It's not about, and I'm looking at this now, it's not about the how fast you accomplish something, but how long and the dedication you put into the project that you're trying to pursue. Is how willing the hard work that you put into the project to become successful. So it doesn't matter how long it takes, but long as you accomplish that goal, that's all that what matters. And I had to tell myself this for the last few years, and because I used to always be like that. Like I just been like my patient level, and I even have to ask God to this day to teach me how to be patient, because my patience is not the best. It's the same way, and I know I'm just going, but like I say, all these categories that I'm talking about is in this topic. Same way with jobs. Y'all know I've been telling y'all about it. Like I said, if you all knew who that been following me, or the ones that been following me for quite some time, you all know that I've been looking for a job now for over 2 months. Recently, this door just opened up for me. My last day of my old job was April the 12th. I had to resign due to the environment was just becoming too toxic. It was taking a toll on my my joy or my happiness and my health at the same time, that God had better plans for me. He didn't want me to stay in that environment. And since I left that place, it has gotten worse. Because like I said, I still keep in touch with the young lady that I have built a friendship with. She said it's not the same. So it's like I'm learning every day that I got to continue to trust God on this journey, what that I want to pursue, you know, whatever I want to do someday. Just keep trusting Him. Goals and dreams will come true when you least expect it. But it's about me taking the sacrifice and willing to do, to work hard and just keep, you know, just put in the work. But you all, I ain't gonna make this video too long. If you all like this video, please leave me some comments down below. And I thank you all so much. Until the next time.